Here we are. Ah, it's you. Well, well, if it isn't the same guy who's always roaming around as he pleases. Calm down. I actually got permission to be here this time. Seems I got here a bit late, yeah? Hope those two won't be too mad at me. The beginning of March 1207. Septian calendar just outside of Heimdall. Carroll Imperial Villa. My bad, ladies. Seems I've kept you waiting. Late as always, Lecter. While you've been standing, the two of us up, Lucy and I have been having a rather nice chat. It seems you want to give me trouble even at a nice tea party like this. Well, on the way here, I ran into a bit of a scuffle with a certain country's intelligence division. They really gave me a run for my money, I tell you. Well, I suppose that's just the sort of perfect excuse you'd make up, given the current political situation. It'll forgive you this time, but next time you break a promise... Wait. Next time you break a promise with you... Whatever. Well, Well, we can work out what I'll do when that time comes. Anyways, if you understand what you did wrong, just sit down already. As far as I know, they have only done the October 1st update. I don't know what else they'll do after that. No news on anything yet. You're being a bit transparent, Lucy. It's natural. I don't think we've been able to meet each other outside of work for what, 3 years? And Yossi, it's been a while, man. I appreciate your hard work keeping these ladies safe today, as always. It truly feels like it's been a while. We were both in attendance at Prince Oliver's wedding, but aside from that, we've really been limited to meeting regarding formal business, haven't we? And this afternoon, I'm afraid I have to return to Lebrul, so I'm glad that we were all able to make time to meet before my departure. Sorry about that. My life's also been made rather hectic dealing with post-war cleanup. I've been so busy with affairs at the Reverie embassy, but I was able to make some changes to my schedule and make it here. Busy with checking how everyone that went back home to Reverie after the war is doing, yeah? And outside of that, it seems they've got you juggling a good 2 or 3 other major jobs at the same time. Sailing company's been keeping you real busy, it seems. Yes, I've been working on... Wait, that's supposed to be confidential information. Do you mind me asking why you've exactly been sticking your nose in my affairs? My bad. Here, I'll trade you some info. Seems the Empire's been having issues trying to get help paying off all those massive reparations to every other country on the side of Zemoria. But I get the feeling they got some sort of plan B lined up. You can expect them to start some formal talks on it. I don't know, next month maybe? Huh, I suppose that'll do. I can forgive you just this once. I appreciate the heads up. I'll make sure my grandmother catches wind of it. Ah yes, speaking of messages that need to be delivered, Jill and Hans both had something they wanted me to tell you two. To Lecter, we hope you're fine or whatever, but we're waiting on your apology for not coming to visit us a single time. And to Lucy, let's have a school reunion. We really want to see you again. I believe that was it. Those punks. Don't think I've forgotten or anything. Guess I'm just too important. Everyone in the whole Empire is trying to pull a little piece of Lecter every which way. But I guess when I catch some free time, I'll pay those kids back. Everyone wants Lecter. I really would love to get everyone back together for a class reunion. Speaking of, didn't Leo just return to Liberl himself? His face has been popping up all over the place. I've even seen him in academic journals here in the Empire. Well, I haven't actually checked in with him at all myself ever since he got into the best research institute in Lehman. That guy, what? Is he working with you to set up an ambush and force me to do something? That wouldn't be too different to how it was at the academy. As you said, it'd almost feel like we're back in high school. I'm glad that things are like this again. Seriously, please come back with us again sometime, alright? He's right. You made it back to us safely after that final battle of yours. You were so serious at that time, but now you're here again, laughing and chatting normally. I suppose it's thanks to that eternal curse finally being lifted. Jeez, you know, I was one of the dudes responsible for causing all that trouble, right? But that's just how things are, Lecter. Our positions both socially and in the war don't mean anything right now. If you feel like guilty over what you did, maybe you could start actually doing something good for the world for once. It could help give you some peace of mind. You two are just... I really should have picked any school on the continent that wasn't Janus Royal Academy. But hey, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have a lot of fun in those days. Lecter? Well, damn it. Yeah, it's me. This again? Now of all times? Yeah, I've got it. I'll head right over. Lecter? Sorry about that. Gonna have to dip, it seems. Got some cleanup to take care of. I hope to be back soon enough, though. You ladies keep having fun here, alright? He's even busier than I'd expected. Yes, it seems that with Prime Minister Osborne's passing, the Intelligence Division is taking on more work than ever. But I couldn't have been the only one who noticed. No, you're not. He definitely isn't acting like himself. Episode: The Alumnus' Destination. Earlier that morning, what's going on here? The beginning of March, 1207, Septon Calendar, Central Intelligence Division Briefing Room. The issue lies much more with the Imperial Legislature than with the military higher-ups, doesn't it? And the Government Accountability Inspectorate is the same right now. You can't so much as breathe without them making you waste your time filling out a form for it. Yet, with us being forced to demilitarize, effective use of secret intelligence is the only way we can really keep the country afloat. After half a year of working on the reorganization of all of our national agencies or structures, this is what it's come to. We need some actual results to show, or at least something to show that reorganization is happening. In that case, I think it's good enough as is, isn't it? The current reorganization plan, that is. I've already submitted my ideal plan. The Intelligence Division as it stands is still based on the structure of the Imperial military. What we're lacking is a modern perspective. Oh, you're gonna play, what was it? Phasmophobia? Kickherbs? Is that what it is? I think. I've watched some gameplay of it. Looks fun. I don't have time to play it though. Wish I did. I'd like to use this opportunity to create a more flexible organization, but perhaps it'd be naive of me to expect that to actually come to pass. Such a plan would naturally be rejected. Even if it just sounds like another case of old higher-ups stamping out the fresh ideas of the agency's new blood. I like the concept of it. It's really interesting. I definitely want to play it though. But surely we as the directors of this branch must think Such a proposal is overly idealistic and foolish. Let's keep this discussion to the reorganization. Even if we did everything within our power, our nation is in need of a great many things. There's a limit to how much we can do to help her. Beyond that, forces both within the country and outside have been growing more restless since even before the Great War. We need each and every one of our agents to begin acting more alertly. Though, perhaps you think you're an exception. We may as well have an empty seat where you are. Hey Eric, what's up, dude? Yes, I will get it. Probably not around launch, if I'm being realistic. Because I'm not really in a hurry to get the new console, but I will eventually get it. Probably by next year, hopefully. Early next year, I hope. Because I'm already spending a lot of money. Mostly near the end of this year. So, save myself the money. Right now, the Bureau is busy handling a million problems. And whose fault would you say they are? Come on, tell me. Look, sir, I've been out here trying to get all sorts of things set and restoring my reputation myself, am I right? Everyone in this agency is so great at pushing others around and forcing them to get into the weeds. But like, if I would be honest though, if they sent me a pre-order request, because I've been requesting. Oh, well, I've been on waitlist basically, and if they happen to say, okay, you can order it, to send me an email to order it, I probably would have, but since they didn't, I'll just wait. Everyone in this agency is so great at pushing others around and forcing them to get into weeds. Okay, I already read that. The Prime Minister held so much interest in this guy, but it seems he's nothing but a buffoon. Don't worry, Lecter. We still— wait a second. I don't know about that, Chief. Don't worry, Lecter. We still have an important job left for you. We're going to have you take responsibility for what you did 6 months ago. Yeah. Demon Souls looks really good. I'd totally play that as well. For sure. When I have some downtime. It's dope as hell. Because I never got to play the original, unfortunately. Well, if you all keep putting your heads together, I'm sure you'll come up with some way to make me do that. You little punk. Don't go running your mouth to us. That's enough. Leave us for now, Lecter. This conference will get nowhere so long as you stick around. Well then, guess I'll dip, if you'll excuse me. That man will continue to cause us problems whether he's here or not. Hubert, if you would take us up on the next matter for discussion. Yes. Regarding Prince Oliver's honeymoon, it seems he'll be leaving in the day we determined. Is that guy really doing alright? Ah, so you were here. Sorry about how the conference went down. Yo, Hubert. Seems I caused a bit of a trouble for you too, didn't I? Sorry you had to endure that whole snooze fest in my place. And well, about that, someone in your position really shouldn't be stirring up trouble at every opportunity. Though I know saying that to you won't change anything. But for now at least, the issue of the Foreign Counterintelligence Division's budget has been resolved. I can't mess around with my work for the CID, not until we can create a reformed intelligence division. Well, that's the head of the Foreign Counterintelligence Division for you. Our only chance is to bet on the intelligence division picking up some new blood. Yeah, I'm not interested in buying the Series X. PlayStation has the games I want to play. Xbox doesn't. That's just basically what it comes down to. You know though, it doesn't quite sit right with me when you're the one saying that. Well, you've been completely cast out here. It's not your place to be thinking about these things. Do whatever you can do without giving up. Keep your chin up and keep moving forward. Well, thanks for that, but whatever I do, it's going to be tough for me to keep working like this. At least you'll be kept a tiny bit busy with your plan to restructure the whole agency. And I'll have to deal with the top brass all the way through. It's already been, what, 15 years since the establishment of the Intelligence Division? I get the feeling that its structure is starting to get too stiff. Can't disagree there. Man, they'd really be doing us all a solid if some of our fantastic upper brass just made a little exit, wouldn't they? Why, Idios, don't just go shouting that here of all places. Whatever. Negotiating, shading, internal affairs is my specialty. Just give me a shout when you need me, alright? We've been colleagues together ever since we first joined up. We'll help each other out to the end. What's that crummy old saying? A good friend is a great blessing? Well, I'll be counting on you, Hubert. Thank you for your hard work, Bureau Director. Lecter. Sir. I have some affairs I'd like you to finish up before you go to the signing ceremony in Crossville. Even with you acting as you are now, I'm sure you can take care of some minor chores. Sir, I believe there's already a special task assigned to such matters. I don't want to see you back here for a week. Understood? Sending the trash out, is he? I'm probably gonna have to do a bunch of boring odd jobs. Nothing you can do about it now. Just gotta be an adult and do your job. You're not really suited to dealing with the problems we have going on right now. You really think you can get away with just slacking off and not doing your job and hiding your whereabouts from the agency forever? Hey, back down there, man. You don't need to drive the point home that hard. What? That sucks! None of it is even your fault. Well, I don't actually mind that much. It's just another part of my duty as one of his children. But Milliam, what about you? Really planning to keep helping out the Intelligence Division? Yep, it's really fun. And it's like, you know, it's just one more reason for me to keep sticking around. Oh, and also, it's a really good way to help out Reen and Eustace. The job suits me just right, don't you think? Well, you're not wrong, but hey, make sure not to let too much secret intel slip to those two, alright? Whoa there, you're the last person I want to hear that from, Lecter. That's fair, that's fair. But, you're the only one left, aren't you? Oh yeah, your squad got dissolved, didn't it? The morning of the final rivalry, I think Klein was telling me that everyone got reassigned since then, didn't they? Lecter, are you... Well, it's not like I wasn't expecting that, was I? I don't think I needed to get them wrapped up in everything I did during the twilight, did I? I guess not. But really, I thought you were gonna stay dead there. You coming back to life was completely unexpected. That reminds me, it was a bit before that, but Altina ended up dropping her contract with the military, yeah? I guess she's still trying to figure out what she's supposed to do as her own person. We've still got an emergency line in case we need to call her up, but I think things are better this way. Hector, thanks a bunch. Next stop, Trista Station. Trista Station! All guests planning to depart, please check your belongings and ensure you leave nothing on the train. Look! Looks like it's my stop. So you've got a job from Thor's main campus? I'd figured they'd stop calling you for work, but yes. I just came back to life, didn't I? I've got to do some warm-up jobs first. And I also wanted to say hi to all my old teachers. As expected. Well, I get it. Well then, if you don't mind, could you drop something off for me? Lecter handed Milliam a letter. I don't really care much who gets it, just hand it off to one of the teachers and read it over with them. I'm counting on you. Huh? Well, I don't really get it, but got it. Naturally, that letter's probably gonna go to Irene, right? See you, Lecter. Don't get yourself in too much trouble. Got it. Same to you, little lady. His children. Well, that was good enough, I think. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne, a puppeteer, a man who had the power to create world wars and launch his own nation into them. It's not unfair from that alone to call him the worst man in all of history. We still don't know how many victims he left in his wake. Perhaps the actual number would be large enough to drive a person mad. But to tell you the truth, I can't say I'm one of those people. I don't really mind what he did. People probably say that's just a convenient way of shrugging it off, but I actually understood the old man's ideals, and I was prepared to do what I had to do, to help him accomplish those ends. Though the old man didn't even tell us the whole story about his final plan, I'd bet Claire and Rufus don't know either. But 15 years ago, the spring when we first met, I think I could already understand what he was all about. And the old man probably caught on. We had the same ability, to see through someone's true nature, to understand how to accomplish something. But I'd already given up. I'd chosen to just let everything disappear. In that way we were different. The old man had a goal, and to achieve that he'd attain all the power he could and overcome any obstacle in his path. And in a way, I think that one moment had more impact on me than the letter I'd received from my I was about to call him fat father. I'd received from my father. And being shown that living in such a way was possible, I couldn't help but get innocently wrapped up in his ideas. In truth, Gileath Osborne was anything but inhuman. It was the opposite. He was a patriot, as well as a man overflowing with compassion who wanted to help people even if it meant projecting a stone-cold exterior. He did what he had to do to bring about his military rule. Realistically speaking, he had no choice but to live that way. He was constantly being pushed to the edge. He probably had to completely envelop himself in his faith in order to keep on going. Never knowing when he might break down, he'd put all his spirit into anything he was doing. No matter what, he'd always keep moving forward. Let's see. Hey, he said the thing! That's the, last chapter's name. In CS2, right? I think that's what it is. He threw away everything he had, everything he could be, all in order to pursue a single dream. That's because there was nothing else left for him on the path he chose. So I decided, when I became one of his children, if the old man ever strayed from his own path, or if he ever lost sight of his own vision, I'd stop him, even if it meant killing him. That was my reason for always being by his side. Back then, I always wondered, why was I, who had failed to stop my real father, allowed to keep on living? But now, the old man's hopes are being fulfilled by that other son of his, Schwarzer. But there's still a mountain of things left to do. The whole Zemurian continent's in a way more grave state than it was before the Great War. Putting the Empire back together is another thing. There's the matter of the reparations, and it doesn't feel like there's much left worth doing. But it's far too soon to take some lofty view that all in the world is fleeting and pointless. On the contrary, you should try it and find a meaning for the life you were given. But now I've lost sight of that meaning again. What am I supposed to do, old man? Next stop, Seldic Station. Seldic Station. So all guests planning to depart, please check your belongings and ensure you leave nothing on the train. Seems I dozed off a bit, didn't I? Haven't really had much time to reflect. Well then, why don't you come on out? Seriously. Next time, try to make it a bit harder to notice that you've been tailing me from before I even got to the station, won't you? There's a lot of you, aren't there? And you don't seem too shoddy either. You're right in front of that. We've got only the best from the Bureau here with us. Hey, Darrow. What's going on, man? Gonna try and aim for the new girl in Genshin. I think, what was it? Should it be tonight? It starts on the 20th, which should technically be tomorrow or tonight, whatever. Well, if it isn't you... Hope you had a nice nap, Lecter. I see. So this is your squad. Just hearing the rumors didn't really do them justice. Well, anyways, guess I'll hear you out. So tell me, what the hell are you doing here, Hubert? Apologies that I had to come to this, Lecter. But really, I don't have much choice but to kill you like this. I've heard that you're the sort of guy who's composed enough to stay calm in the middle of a battlefield with cannonballs and corpses flying all over. And you've got, what was it? That intuition that lets you comprehend a man's true nature? And not to mention how annoyingly evasive you can be. So well, I had to make some preparations, just for making sure our little rat couldn't escape this time. You're really serious. Wow, that seems a bit overkill. Okay. Think about it, Lecter. You're a little calamity in the making yourself, aren't you? You're one of Osborn's specially picked pets, yeah? But with your benefactor gone, you're about to lose your standing. As your colleague, I can't help but pity you. At least I can put you to good use like this, can't I? And even though we were together all this morning, well, I guess that was part of your plan, wasn't it? I doubt the bureau director asked you to do this. It doesn't seem like it anyways, but I bet there's someone somewhere that would just love my head as a souvenir. Say, someone from the intelligence division? Central Intelligence? This guy. I'm not with the international intelligence right now, so I wouldn't really know too much about it. But it seems that rumors have been flying all over recently, yeah? Oh yeah, like a story about a certain new president seizing power. That sort of story. Well, I guess the declining intelligence division can try and pick itself up by leaping gracefully onto a new stage. Its new souvenir in hand, blooming anew like a flower in spring. Ah, what a romantic idea. That's the sort of shit you're planning with this, isn't it? Colonel, are we going to keep letting him? I know. You know, I've always hated them, smart asses like you. But hey, I'll let you prattle on like this, if that's how you want to spend your dying breath. See you later, Lecter. Enjoy your little trip to hell. Wait, what? That's ridiculous. Why did all the bullets... There's no way. So you're getting if that Trista was all a ploy, huh? Thanks for putting in the overtime, White Rabbit. Nice timing, really. This isn't overtime, Lecter, man. That letter wasn't meant for anyone at Thor's at all. Seriously, you just start acting all different out of nowhere and expect me not to notice? Damn, freaking Lecter knew. 200 IQ. Lecter! Come on, Hubert, have a seat. That's enough of our little scuffle, yeah? Come on, let's have a nice chat. Don't think you've got me trapped here, Lecter. Ending your life with just the men I have here may be a bit of a struggle. But there's no way I can fail. Not now. Not after coming this far. Adios, man. Your way of thinking's always been a bit narrow, hasn't it? Think about it seriously, Hubert. You're gonna want more than just my head for their little souvenir. Oh yeah, and about the reformed intelligence division that was formed 3 months ago. An old pal of mine got transferred to it. Naturally, I jumped at the chance to lend him a hand. 3 months ago? Wait, already formed? These guys are... So the plan stops here. What is this? Some excuse for a turning of the tables? Fine then. What are you gonna do to me? Who do you think I am? I wasn't really planning to do anything to you. What the hell are you saying? Well, should I put it right? That's it. Thanks for teaming up with CID, Hubert. It was just how I'd planned it. Wait a second there. Are you implying... Are you trying to pass me off as some kind of triple agent? My allegiance is with the CID. There's no way you can get away with this. It'll leak. Well, it's not too hard to thoroughly scrub your record and pass you off as a double agent, you know. Man, I can't believe it. You're actually betraying CID? That's crazy. But if they catch wind of everything that went down today, your colleagues might start thinking something like, no way, you actually negotiated a deal with Lecter? Maybe you're some sort of triple agent. That surprised face. Well, good chat. I guess I'm off to Calvard. I'll leave what's left in the Empire to you. Wait a second. How long ago did you notice? When did you figure me out? From the very beginning, Hubert. It was when we were greenhorns. From the moment we became colleagues. You'd always be following behind me, following me up the ranks. It became pretty clear to me that you were planning to betray me at some point or another. But hey, I needed that, too. It actually made things a lot easier for me when I needed to just shut out the upper brass and get my job done. You're just like that old trash. You're just like that iron-blooded bastard. Naturally. I leave the rest to you, my humble compatriot, Rhines. Yes, no choice really. Now, don't get down over this. We've both got to deal with this sticky situation right now, so let's both put on a good face, yeah? I didn't want my home country of Liberal to have to endure the same tragedies again. To that end, I can't help but be worried about the Republic's movements. I'll spare no effort to ensure they don't try and grasp confidential security. Come on, let's keep moving forward. The Reformed Intelligence Division has a single goal as its founding ideal. Let's work together for the stability of Western Zemuria. So basically, I cleaned up the whole mess just as I'd planned. Naturally, we've managed to get those agents that were working for the CID under our control. Understood. So this minor operation of ours became a rather large-scale problem, I see. All those agents were wrapped up in it, after all. Well, I guess in a way this will be a good debut for the Reformed Intelligence Division. We can use it to show just how capable we are, both to the public and to those watching us from the shadows. I'll leave that sort of PR up to you. But don't forget that the former Imperial Intelligence Division is still around, Colonel. Don't start slacking on your reports. Well, you've always been the diligent type, haven't you, boss? Well, personally, I think I'd like you to keep on nagging me to finish my work, Bureau Director. I'd rather not have to, but it seems like I have little choice so long as I have a subordinate that makes as many messes as you do. No matter what I say, you'll just do as you please regardless. Well, not gonna disagree there, but you don't actually mind that, do you? Moving on, what do you intend to do now? Are you planning to travel to Crossbell? Oh yeah, I'm also pretty interested in what's going down over there. May pop over later. But for the time being, I have some lovely acquaintances I promised I'd meet at a certain Imperial Villa this afternoon. Seems like I'm already late to my little appointment, but I guess I can hop in an airship and head back again. See you around, Bureau Director. I know you're super busy cleaning up all my messes, but you're starting to get a bit over the hill. Take care of yourself, yeah? And you haven't changed at all these past 15 years. In the present. He just got in the same orbital car you mentioned. We're not going to let him get away, are we? After this, he'll probably be heading to Garnier District. I'm thinking he'll be heading to the Imperial Harbor next. There's that one employee working at the Opera House and then the other worker at the harbor. Find the ones that started working around the beginning of September. I shouldn't even be surprised anymore. Your intuition's as terrifying as ever. I'm starting to feel bad for our little friends at the CID. Well, it's not my fault, is it? Sometimes you need to be a little pushy to get things done. If you've got that, get the job done fast and come back at a reasonable time. Alright, Klein? Yes, understood, sir. And guess I've got my chores? Chores cleaned up for the time being. We've got to work on fixing up all the internal affairs and the reorganization of the Bureau. But that rising former Prime Minister faction in the military has been weighing on my mind for a while. What am I even doing with myself? It's been nothing but work recently. Sucks that I had to drop out from today's tea party with the ladies. Man. You're just like that old trash. You're just like that iron-blooded bastard. On the contrary, you should try and find a meaning for the life you were given. There's still so much I have left to do, but I just can't find the will to do it. It's clear to me that I've lost my meaning in life. Claire and Rufus. Well, they still have family and friends left. And Miriam's got Altina with her. Those two will be alright. I guess that's how I'm different from the rest of the children. No matter what happens, they'll always have family and friends. I don't really have any solid human connection with anyone. I've put on the sort of act that's led to me throwing those away. If there's anything left for me to do, it's to make up for all those sins I've committed. I'd be happy if I could at least leave behind a good organization and make some change. Wait a second, that's just me thinking about work again, isn't it? Am I really the sort of dude that can do nothing of value but work? Hey, isn't that Sieg? Seems I finally found where you were hiding, Lecter. That voice. Look at that. Good of Chloe to find Lecter on a roof, just as always. It's rather quite nostalgic to see you slacking off on a rooftop again. Back when we were students, this is always how I'd find you. Sure brings back memories. I admit that I don't understand it at all, but I know you're holding something back from me, Lecter. Though I think there are a lot of things about you that I can't figure out myself, no matter how hard I guess. But I can say this: whatever happens, whatever you do, the Lecter I know will always be Lecter. There was a time when I was nervous that I'd lost sight of who I was myself. But on that day, I don't think I'll ever forget how you called out to me, Lecter. For that moment alone, you'll forever have my gratitude. Did I really do something that cool? Of course you did, though of course you'd be the one to forget it. It's ridiculous to think how little common sense you had despite being student council president. We had no shortage of trouble to deal with thanks to you. However, I can't count how many times you helped us out, even if I didn't realize it myself in that moment. Even now, you're irreplaceable to us, Lecter. Lecter, please, you don't have to take everything on yourself. Even if it's just with the two of us, I want you to be honest with how you feel. I see. Maybe I really did just forget. Thank you. So long as I've got you two with me, I can keep moving forward without worrying about losing my way. Eh? Lecter, are you doing alright? Do you have a fever? Wait a second, you're actually getting flustered over me saying a little thing like that? I swear, but well, I guess that's fine. Well then, it's a tiny bit late, but let's get going. Chloe, does right now work for you? I know you've got to catch a flight back home soon. Ah yes, I'm planning to return home in about half an hour. She's had to conceal herself, but Julie is in the city acting as my bodyguard. She may already be waiting for you at the airport. Hey Chloe, right now Jill and Hans are in Limbrel, aren't they? Oh, Leo as well, I believe. They are? Though, why do you, Well, it's unfortunate, but I can do my chores for work whenever I'd like. Yes, quite unfortunate indeed, but I suppose this is our only chance. Wait, just a moment, ladies. I'm not liking how you two are all in cahoots all of a sudden. Lecter, you're coming with us too. Wait, what are you doing? No way, are you two actually gonna try and drag me down to Liberal? Now we can finally have that school reunion we were talking about. I apologize for inconveniencing you, but I think it's time for you to take a little vacation. Wait up, let's just talk this out. You guys gotta understand I'm busy with... Damn it. Oh, come on, let me go. Man, I love that one. That was good. Because since we get some kind of more insight into Lecter's character, plus more interactions with Chloe and Lucy, those are always welcome.